Hi, Samantha. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for taking the time to be with us. I appreciate it.
No
As,
problem.
as you know, we're about to open up enrollment into the association again, and we'd like to talk to PhDs who've come through the program, transitioned into industry successfully, such as yourself. So, again, thanks for being here. And maybe you can just start by introducing yourself and the position and company that you're with now.
Sure. I'm Samantha Shelton. I did my PhD at UT Austin, and I'm currently working as a support scientist at 10x Genomics.
Excellent. Thank you. My first question for you is, you're successful now. You're in the job, you're in the career, life's very different.
Yes.
I want to rewind a little bit before you transition, before you even joined the association. What were some of those challenges you were having in your job search? And if you can think about them in terms of both your technical challenges as well as your mindset challenges.
Yeah, so my mindset, I think, before I joined the association was really very negative. I mean, it was very difficult to think about. I knew a lot of people who were looking for work and who couldn't find work and who ended up doing postdocs, and I just knew that that's not what I wanted for myself. And so for me, the biggest thing that I think CSA gave me was a boost of confidence and a boost of hope. And then additionally, there were a lot of new strategies that CSA introduced to me that I hadn't been aware of. So, really highlighting my transferable skills as opposed to just technical skills, emphasizing ways that I could contribute to a business and how things I had done could be applied to a more business mindset, that sort of thing. And so that allowed me to really, I think, revamp my LinkedIn profile and really just increase my professional presence. And that ultimately really, I think, helped me a lot in getting to where I am now.
That's great. And just for a point of clarity, because I think it's hard for people watching and listening who haven't been through the transition process, they hear words like hope or confidence, and they're like, okay, this doesn't matter.
Yeah.
How did the two go hand in hand? How did your confidence and having a more positive outlook, being around people that were positive and also transitioning, help you execute the strategies more effectively?
Yeah, so having confidence and having like hope that things could be better and talking to all the nice people in CSA made me see that it wasn't so scary to reach out to people, and that really helped me with my networking goals. And so that actually gave me the confidence to start reaching out to people on LinkedIn, people that I didn't know, messaging them and asking for informational interviews. And then from there, I think that my network just sort of like slowly began to exponentially grow. And that really helped me, like I said, gain and increase professional presence. And then it started becoming, which just got bigger and bigger, the more that I kept talking to people, the more people were attracted to my LinkedIn profile. And then I started getting requests that I didn't initiate, requests from recruiters, and it all kind of snowballed from there.
Excellent. Thank you for helping us there. And then if you can think back to right after you joined, because a lot of people say, okay, well, right when I join, what are the materials that are going to help me? What am I going to get right away? Were there any initial materials or things that you noticed that shifted your perspective right away about your job search?
Yeah, definitely. So, like I said, going back to the framing of your skills as a PhD, my LinkedIn profile was very sparse, not very populated, and my resume was still. I mean, I didn't have a resume; I had a CV. It was structured very, very differently, and the skills that I emphasized were very different. And I think that really, changing that and making it more in line with what CSA recommends really helped me in my job search. So that was the number one thing I think was learning to highlight my transferable skills, especially since the position I'm in now is very customer facing and very communication oriented. And so I made sure and went through all of my history as a PhD, and I was like, I every chance I could give a talk, I took it. And I put every single talk and was just talked about all the papers that I had written, papers that I had edited, basically highlighting as much as possible my communication skills because I knew that was the kind of position that I was interested in. So that's just one example of, the initial, how CSA helped me reorient my LinkedIn and professional profile.
Right away, yeah. I appreciate that. And you mentioned the group a couple of times, right? There's this private community. There's a lot of different terms for it, a private job referral network, all PhDs. How did this network help you beyond what you said already? And how quickly did it help you on a day-to-day basis when you had questions?
Yeah, so it really helped me determine what sort of jobs that I would be interested in. So I started talking to a lot of application scientists, which is a job that is related to what I do, although not exactly the same. And that was what helped me realize that I was really interested in a more customer-facing role. So I talked to so many application scientists about what they do, just to get a sense of how the range of that role varies from company to company, because it does depend on the company. And so I learned a lot about that role, and then how that can vary. Ultimately, for me, I didn't have a referral for this particular position, but what helped me, and this again goes back to CSA, was using the techniques that CSA teaches you about how the applicant tracking system works. And so using that, yeah, so I made sure I went through my resume and my cover letter, and I pulled direct keywords from the job posting and put them into my resume and my cover letter as much as possible. And not in a hacky way, but just to make sure that they understood I have the skills that you're looking for, and I'm really interested in this position and excited about it. And that's why I think that you should consider me. And ultimately, I think that's how I ended up getting an interview and getting the job, even though I didn't have a referral, is that I showed, a lot of passion and interest in the position.
Yeah, and then that you actually read their job posting. That's great.
Yes. Yeah.
My last question is, and I like to ask this because as PhDs we tend to evaluate things very carefully, which is good, but sometimes we can get stuck in analysis paralysis. So I wanted to ask you, did you have any reservations prior to joining? And if so, how were they alleviated after joining?
Yeah, 100%. I think I probably passed up 2 rounds of being invited to at least. I've been reading CSA articles for some time before I decided to join. Ultimately, I think what happened was I really did get to a very dark place before I joined, and I just reached a point where I was like, if anything can help me, I will spend a little bit of money to do it. And I feel like that's what I need to do. But I reached a point where I decided, I can't just wallow in fear and worry and anxiety anymore. I need to take action right now. And maybe this will help and maybe it won't, but at least I'll know that I tried, and I'll be putting one foot in front of the other and not just wallowing. And that was sort of the mindset that I used that inspired me to join CSA, and it worked out.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Samantha, for taking the time to talk to us, and we're really excited for you, and we look forward to watching your continued career success. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm really happy to be here, so I really appreciate all the help that CSA has given me for that.